So it's been a bit of a while that I've posted some videos on YouTube. Well, I'm kind of putting stuff out periodically here and there, but in this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown about what I'm actually doing in the space, the posting frequency on YouTube and all of that kind of stuff. So one of the reasons that I've been a little bit lax on posting on YouTube isn't the fact that I don't have things to say. I have so much stuff to say, so many thoughts, hot takes, etc. But it's just the speed and execution of actually posting on YouTube. So the thumbnails, titles, descriptions, all of that kind of stuff. It's very, very hard. It's very intense to try to put that together and put it out in a cohesive way. That means that you don't get punished by the algorithm when I'm just trying to provide value. Now, over on Twitter, I'm actually going stupid hard on video content. Check this out. If you actually have a look on my Twitter account, I put out a video, put out a video, put out a video, put out a video, another one. I'm almost putting out a piece of video content daily out on Twitter. And the main reason being is I can put together a thought. It doesn't need to be too polished, too edited. I don't need to worry about titles, descriptions, thumbnails, any of that, and just put it out there. So what ends up happening is I'm starting to neglect YouTube, but I'm not dipping from the space. I'm not putting out less content. I'm putting out more content than I ever have been. It's just that YouTube as a medium right now is very hard to execute, very fast and very efficient. Sometimes I'll just turn the camera on, speak for a couple of minutes about my thoughts, what I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis and putting it out there. So here is a question for you, the viewer that's actually kind of watching content on YouTube. Do you care about the high quality, polished, very succinct, over the top clickbaity thumbnails? Or do you just care about the content? Do you just care about getting the message out there? Because I 100% am happy to upload daily vlogs. I'm happy to upload hot takes. But where it starts to get a little bit caught up is the frequency in which I would be posting to YouTube could be twice a day. It could be very hard. It might only be a 1 or 2 minute video. And where I start to get caught up in my own head is that what you, the viewer, wants? Do you want every sort of thought that comes out of my head, hot take when it comes to the space on YouTube? Or is that where I save those once a week, very well polished, very well thought out pieces, and I keep the rest of it on Twitter? I'm sure that some of you or most of you would be following on Twitter, so you kind of start seeing that content over and over. But I also don't want to just regurgitate and post the same stuff on Twitter and on YouTube and start to dilute the excitement when a new video or a new piece comes up. Where I'm coming at with this is I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys what you want in terms of value, what you want in terms of interesting information, alpha, etc. But I want to give it to you in the place where you readily consume it. So is YouTube one of these places where you go to consume very fast, newsworthy stuff? Or is it somewhere where you're going to relax, where you want to sit back, where you want to get into a 10 or a 15-minute deep dive into something? What is YouTube as a platform? And right now, this is the perfect chance for me to say, like, go down there in the comments, jump in and be like, hey, here's what I think, Nate. I think you should post more content like this, or short form content, or more succinct content, more highly edited content, because I can put out lots of interesting pieces, all the cool stuff that I'm finding daily. But if it doesn't hit your feed instantly like it does with Twitter, it might then be irrelevant, which then makes that process and that kind of endeavor futile in that sense. So it really basically comes down to you, or what you actually want and what I can do to provide the most value in the right space and the right time. Because for me personally, when I go to Twitter, I'm in NFT land. I'm in that space. I'm in that zone. I know exactly what I'm going for. When I'm on YouTube, I will kind of dabble in some NFT stuff, but that's almost like where I go to see some of my favorite creators that aren't in the NFT space, people that I just like watching. And then when you go to Netflix, you're watching something that is long form. You know you're going to be watching a show, you're going to be settling for 30 minutes or an hour. I know that different platforms and different ways of consuming content have a different effect on, or less effect. They have a different way that you want to consume it, and a different mindset and a different approach to when it comes to absorbing information, etc. So what I want to kind of ask you is, is just let me know what you want so I can give you more of it, because I can post all of that. If you're not a big Twitter fan, you don't like being on Twitter, you don't like consuming sort of video content or content like that on Twitter, and you prefer to watch it on YouTube, 100% happy to do it. If it ends up being a big week-long compile of the fun, cool, hot takes in a little wrap-up type thing, 100% I'm down for it. It's one of those things where it's just, what can I do to ensure that you guys actually want to watch the videos that I put out and actually get value from it? Because it's not just watching it. Like, sure, you want numbers, sort of numbers, views, likes, and comments, all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, I want to get those DMs that say like, hey Nate, I listened to your alpha, I ended up doing something, not financial advice, do your own research, I ended up doing that thing that you said, I looked into that project, I ended up getting that whitelist, I ended up doing that flip. And you can kind of actually make changes and make big impacts in your life, because some of the best DMs that I've got are guys that have just actually changed their life. They're the kind of guys that, well, guys and girls, that have actually gone out there, made a flip, and sort of paid off their mortgage. They've kind of moved their family out of a home and they've moved somewhere nice. They've been able to kind of quit their job and have a buffer to do something that they want. They've wanted to travel. There's all those types of things that can be, maybe I'm not wholeheartedly the person saying, hey, do this thing and do this flip because this is what will make it, but it's just that support network, that person in your ear, the person that's willing to listen to them or open up that DM and be like, hey, cool, great job, you're doing awesome, that kind of thing. I like those comments and, well, those DMs, and that's why I really wanted to put this out there. So yeah, hell of a different kind of video in this one. Let me know either in the comments below, but also don't be afraid to kind of shoot me a DM on Twitter and let me know what you think, and we should be good. Also, why don't we just do a cheeky little giveaway? Let's give away 0.05 ETH in this video, only if you've got to this far in the video, because most people won't. I'll draw it within, I'll do 48 hours because I feel like 24 is a little bit short, so let's do 48 hours. I'll do a giveaway on this. I'm not gonna promote this on Twitter or anything like that, so down in the comments below, can you put down, along with your Twitter handle, put down, let's go Bananarama. Put Bananarama down below, and then also by your Twitter handle, I'll then pull out a winner and I'll hit you up on Twitter, but I'll also kind of maybe do an announcement post in Twitter, etc. Okay, awesome. That's it. That's all I've got to say. Hopefully you guys have a good day and or evening, and I'll talk to you guys later.